Invented in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith, basketball is a sport with a rich and deep history in our state and nation. This game for everyone started with the earliest town teams for both boys and also for girls. The early history of our game has even produced what many believe is the greatest sports movie ever made. It's a game that's played everywhere, inside of gyms and also inside of arenas, some drenched in green and white, while others prefer maize and blue. It's a game that's been taken inside of stadiums and even to the deck of a military aircraft carrier. It's a game that's played in driveways from coast to coast and also on playgrounds in big cities and small communities. A game that even can be played inside of a barn. It is the game for the solitary shooter, the team inside of our high schools, and is the sport that boasts the greatest team ever assembled. It is a game played by all peoples around the world, in locations on all corners of the globe. It is a game for the young and the unknown, as well as the more politically connected. It is a game that can greatly entertain and also truly inspire. Our nation is the leader in basketball, the birthplace of this great game with gold medals to prove it. Michigan's role in basketball is also steeped in great tradition and history. We are a state proud of our basketball roots. These roots first took place in our high school programs in both lower and upper peninsulas, in both boys and girls basketball. This championship legacy has also grown at the collegiate level with numerous championships from numerous schools. Professional basketball has also been strong, with the Detroit Pistons having a great history. We are a state with great coaches and also a history of great professional players from both yesterday as well as more recent years. Some of the greatest legends to ever played the game come from our great state of Michigan. The game is great when opponents respect each other, often with the most simple of gestures. Our game is threatened, however, when more often we see bad examples of sportsmanship, some coming from the collegiate ranks, while others are seen in the NBA. We need to work together to keep this game great. All of us need to respect the game and respect each other. Let's hear from two of our current student athletes about what this great game means to both of them.
My name is Ellie McKay, and I'm a sophomore at Novi High School.
My name is Naji Ozier, and I'm a senior at Novi High School.
As basketball players, we often have more in common with our opponents than we do with our own classmates. The kids that sit next to us in math class don't know of the time and sacrifices we make each day during the season. Our classmates don't know of the time we put into basketball each day, the physical and mental toll of practices and games, and the challenges of time management we face all the time.
Well, the players that we compete with every game do know what we go through. They may wear a different jersey, but the bond with our opponent is genuine. Our opponent knows what we know. This game is not easy. It is demanding in many ways. This game is a test of physical, mental, and emotional strength.
Some of our classmates attend our games and support us, but our opponents show up for every day, every game, and truly evaluate our desire to compete. We can play our games if the fans don't show up, but we can never play our games if the opponents stay home.
All of us should realize that we don't compete against our opponents, we compete with them.
For this reason alone, we must show respect for our opponent, and by doing so, show our respect for the game of basketball.
Respect the game, respect each other.
Coaches and officials also play a major part in keeping our game great. Let's hear from referee Chandler Terry and girls basketball coach Bill McCullen a few questions on this game.
The role of an official in a basketball game is to ensure player safety, to communicate effectively with the coaches, and to ensure that the rules are properly enforced.
My role is to get my team prepared for the game and make whatever adjustments I need to make, but certainly I got to have respect for the opponent and the officials. They're not the enemy.
A few things that I look for with regards to communicating with a coach throughout the course of the game is mutual respect. One other segment is that coaches deserve answers to questions when asked appropriately, but at the same token, I think it's important to highlight the fact that inappropriate questions or questions posed at inappropriate times throughout the course of the game don't always justify an answer.
I think the key is that I never lose my cool. I'm not going to vent when I'm frustrated to the officials. They're trying to do their job. We've got to have mutual respect and open communication, but definitely respect one another.
I think when it comes to improving the game with regards to respect amongst coaches and officials, I think from an official standpoint, we can work harder, be ready, show up at the gymnasium ready to work hard every night, change our demeanor up. Oftentimes we can come across a little crass, be approachable to the coaches. And I think that starts with an understanding of the true goal of basketball in a scholastic sense, and that's that it becomes an educational experience for everybody involved. And I think mutually it's our duty as coaches and officials to be the guardians of the game, to protect the game of basketball.
I think the state of Michigan has had a great tradition for basketball, both boys and girls, and I think as long as we continue to look at this as something that we're all working together to foster a great environment, not only for coaches, players, but also officials. Respect the game, respect each other.
The greatness of basketball did not come about overnight. These great moments have evolved over the last 120 years of history, but can quickly unravel if sportsmanship is ignored. Each of us has a role to play in keeping this game great. That formula is very simple. This year, let's respect the game and respect each other.